Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Ashes of Creation Class Fantasy series. I'm Shiva Fang, your guide to the 64 class combinations and the unique class fantasies that define them. Today, we're setting our sights on the Hunter, a versatile and powerful fusion of the Fighter and Ranger archetypes. Join us as we delve into the core concept of this captivating class, explore its roots in literature, gaming, and popular culture, and discuss its potential gameplay styles, and examine how Augments can shape the Hunter's experience in the world of Vera. Keep in mind that Ashes of Creation is still under development leading up to Alpha 2, so our journey today is built on speculation and theory crafting. Our aim is to illuminate the class fantasy of the Hunter and inspire players to imagine how this class might stand out from the rest. As the game evolves, the final implementation may differ from our current vision. Before we begin, please note that I do not claim any creative ownership of the ideas presented in these videos. Should Intrepid Studios create content similar to what we discuss here, whether intentionally or independently, I fully respect and acknowledge their creative vision and their right to develop creative concepts as they see fit for their game. So, without further ado, let's dive into the adventurous world of the Hunter and discover what makes this class truly special. The Hunter class embodies the spirit of a master warrior who is in sync with nature and possesses exceptional tracking and survival skills. They are adept at stalking their prey, using stealth and agility to their advantage. Hunters are known for their incredible adaptability, making them formidable opponents in various combat scenarios. Players who choose the Hunter class will experience a blend of physical strength, tactical thinking, and an affinity for nature. They may prefer this class for its versatility, which allows them to excel in both close quarters and ranged engagements. Hunters can seamlessly switch between their weapon of choice and a ranged weapon like a bow to adapt to different situations. The Hunter class sets itself apart from other fighter secondaries by offering a unique playstyle that incorporates the elements of the Ranger class. This combination provides a more dynamic and strategic combat experience than some other fighter specializations. The Hunter's ability to track enemies, set traps, and utilize ranged attacks offers a distinct playstyle that may appeal to players seeking a challenging and engaging experience. In summary, the class fantasy for the Hunter in Ashes of Creation revolves around being a skilled and adaptable warrior who excels at stalking their prey, blending the best of both Fighter and Ranger classes. Players may choose this class for its versatility, strategic depth, and unique combat experience that sets it apart from other secondary fighters. Now let's explore several characters from literature, gaming, and other media who embody the essence of the Hunter class fantasy in Ashes of Creation. These characters exemplify the combination of a fighter's prowess with the Ranger's connection to nature and adaptability. First, we have Geralt of Rivia from the Witcher series. While we mentioned him in our Strider video, Geralt fits better with the Hunter class as he primarily showcases the skills of a fighter with his exceptional swordsmanship and melee combat. He is a monster hunter with a deep connection to nature using tracking and survival skills akin to a ranger. Next up is Darion from the heroic legend of Arslan. As a master swordsman and archer, Darion demonstrates a balance between melee combat and ranged attack, making him an excellent representation of the Hunter class. Hanzo from Overwatch is a skilled archer and assassin. With his mastery of the bow and proficiency in hand-to-hand combat, Hanzo embodies a hunter's ability to blend stealth, ranged attacks, and melee combat. Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn is a skilled archer and hunter who adapts to her environment. Her resourcefulness and ability to fight both in melee combat and at a distance make her a great example of the Hunter class. Talion from Middle-earth's Shadow of Mordor is a skilled swordsman and archer who uses stealth and agility to navigate a dangerous world. He represents the fighting prowess of a fighter and the tracking and survival skills of a ranger. Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a Spartan warrior and a skilled archer. She showcases a balance between melee combat and ranged attacks, fitting the concept of the Hunter class. Uhtred of Babenberg from The Last Kingdom is a skilled warrior, proficient in both sword fighting and archery. Raised by Vikings, he has a deep connection to the land, making him a suitable example of the Hunter class. Roran Stronghammer from the Inheritance Cycle is a skilled fighter and a leader who becomes proficient in hunting and wilderness survival while leading his people on a dangerous journey. His determination and adaptability make him a fitting example for the Hunter class. Finn McCool, a legendary hero from Irish mythology, is another excellent example of the Hunter class fantasy. As a leader of the Fianna, a group of skilled warriors, Finn is known for his extraordinary combat skills, mastery of the spear, and exceptional hunting abilities. His deep connection to nature and the wilderness is evident through his many adventures, which often involve interactions with magical creatures and the land's natural forces. Finn's martial prowess, along with his affinity for nature, make him a fitting representation of the Hunter class in Ashes of Creation. Finally, we have Ashitaka from Princess Mononoke. Ashitaka is a skilled archer and swordsman who becomes deeply connected to nature as he seeks to balance the needs of the forest and the human world. His compassion and understanding of the natural world align well with the hunter class. These characters showcase the qualities of the hunter class, emphasizing both melee combat aspect from the fighter class and the connection to nature from the ranger class. They serve as sources of inspiration for players looking to create their own unique hunter character in Ashes of Creation. In this section, we will explore the potential playstyles and gameplay aspects of the hunter class in Ashes of Creation. Keep in mind that this class is a combination of the fighter primary archetype and the ranger secondary archetype, which allows for a unique and versatile playstyle. Although we haven't discussed the specific augments yet, the hunter class can draw upon the strengths of both archetypes to create a diverse range of gameplay options. As a hunter, you can choose to focus on melee combat, combining the fighter's close range abilities with the ranger's evasive and mobility skills. This playstyle emphasizes quick, agile movements to dart in and out of combat, dealing damage and avoiding enemy attacks. You rely on your knowledge of the battlefield and your ability to outmove your opponents, striking where they're the most vulnerable. The hunter class can also opt for a playstyle that combines the fighter's raw power with the ranger's ranged capabilities. By focusing on ranged attacks and utilizing the fighter's strength, you can deal heavy damage from a distance, staying out of reach while whittling down your enemy's health. This playstyle requires good positioning and awareness of your surroundings to ensure that you maintain a safe distance while maximizing your damage output. Embracing both melee and ranged aspects, the hunter can create a balanced playstyle that allows them to adapt to different combat situations. By combining the fighter's melee prowess with the ranger's ranged abilities, the hunter can seamlessly switch between close quarters combat and long-range engagements. This versatile playstyle enables the hunter to react to changing battlefield conditions, ensuring that they are always prepared for whatever challenges they may face. Drawing upon the ranger's connection to nature and the survival skills, the hunter can employ tactics that utilizes the environment to their advantage. This playstyle emphasizes the battlefield control and manipulation, using traps, snares, and natural elements to hinder their enemies and create opportunities for the hunter to exploit. The Wilderness Tactician playstyle requires strategic thinking and creativity, as you'll need to adapt your tactics to an ever-changing battlefield and outsmart your opponents. The hunter class can also embrace the power of nature magic, becoming a nature's champion who harnesses the forces of the wild to enhance their combat prowess. This playstyle combines the fighter's physical strength with the ranger's affinity for nature, allowing the hunter to infuse their attacks with elemental energies and call upon forces of nature to aid them in battle. As a nature's champion, you'll be a formidable warrior who can control the elements and shape the battlefield to your advantage, all the while delivering devastating blows to your enemies. With these various playstyles, the hunter class in Ashes of Creation offers a wide range of options for players who wish to explore the synergies between the fighter and ranger archetypes. As we delve into the augments in the following section, you'll see how these playstyles can be further refined and adapted to create a truly unique and versatile hunter character. As we delve into the augment system for the hunter class in Ashes of Creation, it's essential to remember that the primary archetype is the fighter, with ranger as the secondary archetype. This combination allows players to enhance their fighter abilities with ranger-inspired augments. In this segment, we'll explore 4 possible augment categories for the ranger: nature, traps, survival, and marksmanship. We'll discuss how each augment can enhance the fighter's abilities and provide examples of their potential impact. The nature augment draws upon natural forces and nature magic, imbuing the fighter's abilities with natural power. For example, the fighter's melee attack could be augmented with a poison effect, causing damage over time to enemies, or a wind elemental buff could increase the fighter's attack speed, allowing for a flurry of quick strikes. The traps augment focuses on setting traps and snares, providing the fighter with a strategic edge in combat. A fighter with this augment could enhance the charge or leap ability with a trap that immobilizes or slows enemies upon landing, making it harder for them to escape or counterattack. Alternatively, a fighter could also modify their area of effect ability to leave a series of traps in its wake, damaging and hindering enemies who cross the affected area. The survival augment emphasizes the fighter's ability to endure the wilds, improving their sustainability and resilience. This could manifest as an enhancement to a fighter's self-healing or damage mitigation abilities, allowing them to better withstand enemy attacks. For example, a fighter's defensive stance could be augmented to provide a temporary health regeneration boost or increase their resistance to crowd control effects, ensuring that they remain in the fight longer. The marksmanship augment focuses on ranged combat, transforming the fighter's existing melee attacks into ranged attacks. A melee-focused fighter could use this augment to extend the range of their abilities, allowing them to engage enemies from a distance. For instance, a fighter's whirlwind attack could be transformed into a volley of projectiles, dealing damage to multiple enemies from afar. Or their gap-closing ability could become a ranged pull, drawing enemies toward them while maintaining a safe distance. By incorporating these ranger-inspired augments into their arsenal, fighters can create a unique and versatile playstyle as the hunter class, adapting to a variety of situations and proving themselves a formidable opponent on the battlefield. Is this the class for me? So far, the hunter class is the least appealing to me, personally, even more than the pure weapon master. I don't feel like I have the cunning needed for well-placed traps. However, I'm intrigued by the idea of a fighter character with nature magic. A warrior druid is the class fantasy I enjoy, and this should fall right in that niche. In Guild Wars Nightfall, my main was a dervish ranger using wilderness survival skills to stay in the fight. I even got to play that class again recently, with Josh Drive Hayes briefly on his stream. I've always wanted to make the fighter with a bow work, and this class might be the one to do it. But out of 64 classes in Ashes of Creation, this one ranks near the bottom for me. What about you? Is the hunter class for you? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. As we conclude our exploration of the hunter class, let's take a moment to reflect on a concept that I touched upon in our previous Strider video. I have suggested that the primary archetypes represents what a class does, while the secondary archetype determines how a class does it. Furthermore, it's the how that ultimately shapes how the class feels to play. After examining both the Strider, which is a ranger fighter, and the hunter, which is the fighter ranger, this idea becomes even more apparent. The Strider's projected augments, such as close combat, dominance, mastery, endurance, and fury, transform the ranger's core abilities to evoke a feeling of a fighter, bringing the class closer to melee combat and enhancing his physical prowess. In contrast, the hunter's ranger augments, including nature magic, traps, survival, and marksmanship, give the fighter a distinct ranger-like essence, enriching their skills with an element of nature, strategy, and ranged combat. In essence, these augments allow the Strider and Hunter classes to retain their primary's core identity while incorporating the distinctive characteristics of their secondary archetype. This synergy results in two unique class experiences, with the Strider feeling more like a fighter, using ranger powers, and the Hunter embodying a ranger-flavored fighter. These subtle differences in playstyle and class fantasy highlight the depths and versatility that Ashes of Creation offers, empowering players to create characters that genuinely resonate with their preferred approach to the game. We hope that you've enjoyed delving into the Hunter class and this intriguing class fantasy. As always, we invite you to share your thoughts, ideas, and feedback in the comments below. And remember to stay connected with our channel for more engaging discussions on Ashes of Creation's classes, gameplay, and much more. In our upcoming content, we'll be venturing into the mystical world of the Shaman class, a powerful combination of the Cleric and Summoner archetypes. We'll explore how the Shaman taps into the spirit realm to heal allies, summon ethereal creatures, and wield the power of the Soul Shroud. So, make sure to stay tuned for an exciting look at this spiritual warrior. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to exploring the world of Ashes of Creation together in future videos.